I think what is important today is that we need to build youth communities, because the stress today is on building communities, more so in a world where people are so individualistic. What people look for at the end of the day, all of us, we look for love. Love also implies communion. Love implies community. And so people are dying for authentic communities, not superficial communities. The trouble is that many of our churches, organizations, they are superficial communion. They come together not so much to build communities, they come together to serve, which is good, but it's purely functional. They don't work together, they don't come together to see how they can strengthen their faith. Whether they are serving the choirs, as community ministers, for me the question is, are they building communities? Are they strengthening their faith? Are they being enriched by their faith? Are they sharing their faith? Or is it simply a service? That is why our organizations, our members are not evangelistic minded, because it's purely service. It becomes sometimes very myopic. It's just service for a particular work that they have been tasked to do. They forget even to see this service in the context of a larger mission of the church. For the young people, that's why I say, of course, not only for young, wherever I go, I say it's important to build communities. And young people, if we build communities, the communities will support the members. And once they have shared interests, shared faith, shared vision, they will find the gospel very relevant. And within the communities, some will become mentors for the others. And I think this is how we grow. Anyway, the church has always, in the past, grown through cell groups, small communities growing. So the church is a community of communities. And so we need to build communities. But in a new way. I mean, NCC is one of those ways,
Right.
But NCC has its limitations in Singapore context, where people are working late or working overtime, where the country is very dense in population. We are living so closely together. So, but we need to find different ways of building communities. NCC is one of those ways. If it can be done, well and good, praise the Lord. But that might not be the best option for everybody.
Right.
So, like for the young people, they prefer to be among themselves because they need to share their own struggles in life, and they support each other. So, my take is that we should build many communities, and especially those after confirmation. We must start to build communities for them, and because they will be natural communities.
Right.
Since most of them will have come from the same class, and they've been there together for 12 years even, and so that is a natural community. So it's quite easy for them to gel and to continue that ongoing formation. So it's not the artificial group, a group that has already grown and is growing together. And this is where we will need to have, and I'm sure some of these people, that's why we need to give them formation, train them. We hope there will be more full-time youth workers in the church, full-time, because we are having a shortage of priests. The priests are old, or the priests have too many responsibilities. They cannot attend to all the groups. It's impossible.
Sure.
So we need to have lay mentors, lay formation workers, youth leaders, to continue to provide that continuity, so that they can continue to nurture these communities. And I think if we do that, from among these communities, again, there will be more priests, more religious, because the Lord Jesus, He never asked us to have a vocation exhibition. The Lord says, pray to the Lord the harvest. I always believe the best way to promote vocation is simply this: to give people a deep encounter with the Lord, to help our young people to fall in love with Jesus. Because if they fall in love with Jesus, they will certainly, some of them will feel called to serve the church. So it's not a question of, I think maybe Christy life quite interesting compared to the job of a lawyer, I think maybe this is not a career. It's not a career option. It's a vocation, it's a calling.
Right.
But calling requires that we first fall in love with Jesus. So I feel that the religious vocation will come naturally the moment when our youth are connected with Jesus. We don't even have to advertise, because some of them will say, I love to serve Jesus full time.